Happy New Year's. I'm losing my goddamn mind.
If you've ever wanted to redo your whole life at 4 a.m, welcome to this video. Me too. That's what we're doing today. What's up everyone, I'm Deanna and I'm trying to scribble my way to becoming a traditionally published author. But right now I'm just trying to scribble my way to assuaging my ADHD in 2026. I apologise in advance if this video turns into ASMR, but it's 4 a.m. and I've decided to restructure my life for the new year. So I already did a video talking about my goals for the new year, but I wanted to get more concrete with what I want to do. I wrote down a little action plan. So I have a bunch of self-organizing techniques that I use already, but I wanted to revamp them. So here's a list of stuff that I'm going to do and kind of take you through. So currently I have an existing Google Calendar that I'm going to go over and see how I currently plan my time, bearing in mind that at the moment I don't have a job, and obviously I'm hoping that's going to change in January. But in the meantime, how am I planning my time? Then I have an Excel spreadsheet that I started before that I haven't finished, haven't populated, with suggestions from other people and my therapy sessions and stuff, talking about a good way to track my day. So that will include health tracking for me as well, since I am chronically ill. It's actually quite important for me to track certain things like my diet and my energy levels, my pain levels, that kind of thing. So I'm gonna look at that and also look into maybe making a more modular timetable or way of timetabling for myself, because as you can see, my sleeping pattern and things like that are a complete mess. So what helps is actually knowing how long an activity takes me, being able to slot it in when I have time or when I have energy. So I'm going to try that. I'm going to try basically making little blocks out of how long does XYZ thing take me, and then maybe that will help me put stuff in. Also for generating ideas of stuff to add, I'm going to be using a life wheel, which I'll show somewhere. But I think that's really going to help me kind of develop the types of activities I schedule and which things I need to look into more. Lemmas, he's a good boy. He's a good boy. Yeah, and then I also have these paper journals and planners that I've never used that I'd like to start using, or see how I can fit them into my planning, basically. But yeah, that's the goals for the next few hours. Let's just get stuck into it and I'll show you some of the stuff that I'm going to be using. So I've got two main things. One is this really cute journal. It's an 18-month planner that doesn't have any dates on it, from Modish, that I bought ages ago and haven't used. But basically this has Mars. Oh my god, look, he's just sitting here. Basically this has months for 2 years. Oh, spoilers. But in the beginning it has this little SMART goal thing that explains what SMART goals are, obviously, and then it has your 3 top goals. So I was thinking about what my top goals would be. I was thinking goal 1 is querying Project Lightwood, probably. Goal 2 is, because it is a 2-year thing, goal 2 will be drafting my 3rd project, whatever that ends up being, whether that's the witchy story or one of my other things that I'm working on. And goal 3, I'm kind of debating, so I might leave that open for now and have a think. But to show you the setup, so I found the January one. Oh, also this is the other planner thing that I have. Mars is really enjoying the ribbon. But basically, Jesus, Mars, please. This is this is basically just a set of little notes stationery. So this is different sizes of sticky notes, and then this is just loose note paper. And I've had this for ages and I've never used it. I thought maybe I could start using Yeah, no more Mars. No more. Stop terrorizing the ribbon. Okay, so this is the January setup. So it has the beginning of the month, January, you have your 3 goals for the month, priorities, to-do list that you can fill out as you go, a shopping list, and a box at the bottom, which I'm thinking I might use for maybe writing and reading related things. Then you have your page where you write in the dates, because it is just a dateless thing, and then this is what each week looks like. Well, you have priorities, the week number, and then day by day, place to put your date, notes, and then smaller, and then reminders at the top as well. So yeah, that's how the whole month goes through until you hit the next one, and then it's February, and you do the same thing. So that is the physical planner, and then I guess I'm gonna put it like on the screen or something. But this Wheel of Life thing, it's basically like a oh my god, life coaching tool that lets you rate your satisfaction with various areas of your life. So on the wheel that I found that I kind of resonated with the most, the sections are money and finances, career and work, health and fitness, fun and recreation, environment, community, family and friends, partner and love, personal growth and learning, and spirituality. So I'm going to use that as a little guiding tool for like adding in when I'm doing like my modular blocks of activities and stuff, or like trying to come up with I'll talk about this in a minute, but like the system that my therapist was talking about as well. But I think that will be helpful because there are definitely like health and fitness. I definitely neglect the fitness part of that a lot, and I'd like to do more with that. But yeah, let's just try and have a look at what my current calendar setup looks like.
Not me not turning on my camera again. Oh my god, okay. Let's try that again. So, as you can see, I'm awake during my sleep time right now. And then the way I currently try to structure my day is I try to wake up at 10. Doesn't happen very often in practice. My sleep is all over the goddamn place. Then morning routine, all the usual stuff, brushing teeth, showering, eating breakfast, all doesn't take that super long. Try to get the job search out of the way in the morning before lunch. Then I have this block of time for writing, which I don't actually very often follow because my writing ends up being all over the place too. I write in the evenings a lot. Everyone always says like you should be realistic about what times you're actually active, and during the day is not my most active time, and it's probably a good thing because obviously in normal life that would be my part of my slot for working. Anyway, after that I currently have dinner, which is always going to stay the same, quality time with my fiance, which is going to stay the same, and then after that, very slightly, but I have like my activity free time and my calm free time, which I split up to try and be like activity free time is stuff that activates my brain, calm free time is stuff that chills me out before bed. At least that's how it's supposed to be. It's never worked or I've never done it right. But I do always have my tea and coffee break at 9:30. That one doesn't change. It's also with my partner. And then on weekends, obviously it's slightly different. I don't have any writing time put in because most of the day usually ends up being socializing on Saturdays and things. And then on Sundays that's taken up by like life admin and chores and things of that nature. So that's how things are set up at the moment. So this is the daily tracker as the moon day and other astrology stuff. Listen, I don't know what it is, but certain days I'm literally to call my mom and she's like, oh, it's a bad moon day. And I'm like, oh, I've been having a really shit day. So now I kind of want to keep an eye on it because it makes me feel better. Anyway, the stuff that's really important here, sleep, diet, physical symptoms, mental health, and then activity by type or by amount. So the way that I'm thinking of doing it, or at least trying out first, is doing a stoplight system like red, yellow, green, and having it to make it more trackable is what my fiance suggested, because initially I just wanted to write everything in, but obviously that's harder to graph. Then the things that I want to add to it, I'm going to make a note of this. Actually, maybe I'll just add it now. I wanted to add in, maybe after the activity, basically want words written and pages read. And then at the end, this is what my therapist was telling me about. Basically, it's a thing called PACE, which basically covers like things that everyone should try and do in one day. So I think P, I can't remember what the actual word is, but it's basically like self-care, you know, like having a shower or, you know, whatever it is. A is achievement, so something that makes you feel like you've achieved something. C is communication or communities, like socializing, talking to someone. And E, enjoyment. That's the one I forget. So yeah, something that you enjoy doing. So every day you should try and do something that, each one of those things. And so that's why I have the tick boxes. I don't think I want them merged though. I think I want like PACE, like this. So that'll be it. It'll have the dates and then it will go, you know, go down. And actually this doesn't need thing, because under here will be comments on each bit, on like each section. So you don't need the words written and pages read, don't need comments. So these can be merged and then, oh, not like that. And then maybe I'll move them to here before the stuff that needs comments on it, right? And then each of these can also be merged like this, because I think I can put in comments on the paste stuff in the other sections. So this is the kind of tracker that I wanted, but obviously this is less of a planner and more of a tracker. So it's retroactive rather than forward looking. So I'd want to have this to actually track what I am doing in conjunction with planning tools. Then this is the reading tracker that I talked about. And by the way, just made this into the lesbian flag completely by accident, but I'm not complaining. I just liked the color and wanted it to go through like darkest to lightest and then darkest again, because, you know, dark winter months, etc. So what I've basically set up is just every week I want to read a book if I can. One thing that I wanted to add, so yeah, page count. Why is it always on that side? Pages per day that I need to do. Maybe I need to add more detail in the tracker as well, like pages that I have left per day and like calculate it every day maybe. But basically it just has the start of the week. I've put 1st of January as like the start of the week for this week, but I think I'm just going to spend this first week finishing a book that I'm already in the middle of the multiple. I haven't decided which one, but then it has title, author, genre, page count, pages per day. Status is obviously not started, and then I have in progress and finished, and then a little star rating at the end, just, you know, for fun. And I might do some reviews on the channel of some books. But yeah, like I said, I think in a different video, I want to do the read your bookshelves challenge, because there's so many books, like so many books on my shelves that I bought, some of them years and years and years, maybe over a decade ago, that I haven't actually had a chance to read. And I want to do that. You know, I very much like getting rid of stuff on my shelves if I don't like the book that I read, and like keeping the stuff that I did like. And I did that when I moved and got rid of quite a lot of stuff actually, when I moved in with my partner, but that was, you know, whatever it was, 5 years ago now. So I'm due like another one, I think. So yeah, that's another one of the trackers that I'll be using. But now what I want to do is make a new one and try and do this like modular thing that I was talking about, right? So maybe let me just start really simple, is just list out the things, right? So there's so many things. Reading X amount of words. So what I want to do as well in this session is read like, X amount of pages, sorry, is sit down and literally read 10 pages of a book and time myself, because I haven't done that ever, I don't think. I just have a general idea of my reading speed, but not like a very concrete one. And then with 10 pages, I think that's a bit easier to extrapolate into like, oh, that's how long 100 pages will take me, that's how long 50 pages will take me. So, and then similarly, write X number of words. I don't know if that's super helpful necessarily, because I usually do it by time instead. but I'll put it for now. So write X word, edit X words, and then writing sprint. So, okay, so I do Pomodoro. So writing sprint, 25 minutes. Writing sprint, what is it with it? It's 25, 5:30 is 1 hour. 1:35, and then it's not me having to do math. Oh my god, like it's the same every time. This is not counting the fucking goddammit. Okay, I just need to think through it properly. So no, what the fuck? It just didn't sound right. So then that's the timing. So the sprint. And obviously then you're supposed to take the 20-minute, and then technically it's 3 hours, but I'm counting the break as like, okay, now I can do something else. And I don't really go longer than that, I don't think. Do I need to do anything else for the reading? I don't think so. What else do we have on the calendar? Obviously sleep. A block of sleep. A block of a nap. I only do naps in 1.5 hour slots because that's how long a cycle of sleep takes. If I sleep less than that, then it's crazy. And then I usually add 30 minutes or an hour for the actual falling asleep time, unless I'm really tired. So really a nap is like a 2-hour thing minimum. And for sleep, I think I need like 9 hours really is what I think I usually put in, right? Yeah, more than that because it takes me an hour. So 10 hours for sleep. It's realistically ends up being a lot less, but you know, I like to imagine a perfect world. Dinner will be the same. Dinner, I mean, and also we eat quite quickly, but it's like the prep time if I'm helping with prep, and then the cleaning away and like doing dishes as well. All together, I think about an hour is right. Job search. I'm putting 1 hour, but really it's like as long as it needs to be. It just depends on the day. And when I'm on top of it, it doesn't take long because it's literally like you open it, you just doing one application or whatever, because that's usually how many jobs pop up. It's not a lot. The tea and coffee break. That is vital. Calm time is what I was trying to do in terms of like, you know, trying to put my phone away, or if I am on my phone, like doing puzzles or something. But really, I should probably try and replace that with reading time. You know what? That might be what I do. So I think maybe I'll try and replace morning and evening scroll time with reading time. I think I'm still going to be doing therapy, so I'm going to put therapy 1 hour, walk. I need to go on more walks. I'll put 1 hour as well. Because if I don't do at least an hour, it feels a bit like a waste of like getting ready and stuff. Because for ADHD, that takes like a lot of fucking effort. It's changing states from inside to outside is like annoying as hell. So other exercise. So I want to start doing Pilates again. I'm going to put 45-minute slot because that's what I was doing before. I was doing like a 30-minute video with warm up and cool down. It's about 45 minutes. Maybe be realistic about prep time as well and call it 1 hour. I wanted to do like just dance or something because I need an exercise that I don't see as exercise. I need to see it as like a game or something, and it makes it a lot easier for me if I do. So I think I'll put dance in general. I'll put 30 minutes because it can be quite intensive. I use that almost as like my cardio. We also have, the thing is we need to get a new wire for the exercise machine because Nick's chewed through it and fucked it up like again several years ago. Or a year ago, I think. Year and a half. We had it for 2 years. I think it's been about a year and a half. I put that as 1 hour too, even though again it's more like 45 minutes, but then prep time, warm up, blah blah blah. Chores. Modular. Timetable. Sure, let's go with that. Right, Wheel of Life. Money and finances. We do like budgeting and stuff, but a lot of that stuff is kind of auto, like we've sorted it out. What I will put in though is YouTube filming 1 hour. Okay, career and work. Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to put in. Work 8 hours. Here's fucking hoping, lads. Health and fitness. So we've got that. Maybe like habit tracking. That's for like the various like little spurts of journaling, tracking, and other things that I'll hopefully be doing. Fun and recreation. Sauce. Okay. Video game, an hour. Movie, 2 hours. TV show, an hour. Since I've done writing and YouTube and stuff, I think that's really most of my hobbies. I do like coloring or craft stuff sometimes. Coloring, puzzles as well. Realistically, scrolling on the internet, which I do way too much of, and actually maybe tracking it will help me fucking stop. But sometimes you need a bit of a brain switch off, don't you? But I really should just use other things for that. I try to use the puzzle stuff, but it doesn't always work. Environment. So this is chores. Hoovering, I think, takes about 20 minutes if I remember right. Dishes, probably 15. Laundry, I'll put it in 15-minute slots anyway. Sometimes it will be longer, obviously, depending on how many socks are being folded or whatever. And then probably break it down by room. And then, yeah, have it be like that, where it's like, if you need more time, you just add in more of the same slot. Captures. Community. Yeah. I would like to go to more of the local community meetings that I was going to before, because I haven't been in like half a year, like basically before I even lost my job. I love how I'm treating all this like I'm not chronically ill. Like, yeah, I'm going to be able to do all the things all the time. No, but this is what I mean about slotting things in, right? Like if I have these little slots, I can just pop them in as necessary. Does that mean each template has to be broken down to 15-minute slots though? That's like kind of crazy. That's a lot of increments. I'm going to have to think about how to lay this out, but let's not do that yet. The community meeting right now is like an hour, I think. And then other activities. Family and friends. I already have calling my mum as a slot because we usually chat for like an hour every other day. I don't really like schedule hangouts with my friends. Like most of them are quite spontaneous, but I am going to have to probably do more of that because one of my friends is moving abroad in the new year, actually. So, D&D, playing D&D, that's like 4 hours usually. And then hanging out with friends, at least 2 hours at a time. And, here's one. I want to start going to an in-person writing community. It used to be connected to NaNoWriMo. It's NaNoWriMo really, isn't it? Because it's writing. So yeah, I want to start going to in-person meetings in the new year. We'll see how that goes. I don't know. I've never really written in a group with people like that directly before. Oh, here's another one. So sometimes I used to stream my writing. I'd like to start doing that again. I used to stream games as well, but let's just put streaming. That's like 3 hours usually, like a proper stream. Partner in love. I put the quality time thing. We spend a lot of time together already. Personal growth and learning. So that's the books, that's the writing. I think this is all kind of personal growth, so I'm not really sure if there's anything else that I would add in this section. Spirituality, yeah. I am, I guess you would call like a pagan kind of vibe. And I really don't spend enough time kind of delving into that at the moment. So maybe we'll do like, I guess you'd call it spiritual practice, something. Like I don't read enough about it. I don't really take enough time. Like honestly, walks are part of this though, because I feel like that's very spiritually recharging for me. But anyway, I think though is a good like start in terms of slotting stuff in, or like a way to slot stuff in. Let me see, is there anything that I've missed that is here? Let's now think about how this might look. I think probably days of the week as well. And I guess we'll do like 1 hour increments. I'm trying to think. I'm gonna look up. I've seen people do hourly planner. Okay, so people start at like 5 a.m. I'm never, God forbid. I think I'm trying to think, like for my previous job I got up at like 7:30. Obviously I'm not ruling out having to get up at 6, so maybe we start with 6 a.m. But I like having the 25 because, okay, no. Because, right, the reason that I like the way, actually I'm just going to do it like the Google Calendar does, I think, because my sleep is so crazy. It's so fucking crazy. It's insane. So we are going to start with 1 a.m. maybe. Let's just try it. We'll see how it goes. 5 a.m. You are here. It's currently 5. Can we like extrapolate from this, please? Yeah, okay. For 23. Oh, okay. Yeah, fine. It looks weird if you have it like that, right? You want the oh. Cool. Okay. So now, how do we, I think I have to break it down. I think it has to be, I think it is 15 minutes. I think I'm a crazy person, and it's 15-minute blocks, isn't it? 1, 2, like this, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Wow. Well, then we can probably just do, all right. And then you have like an easy thing for the hours, and then the broken down version of the hour. So it's, oh dear. Oh no, because then because obviously after that it's 1 o'clock. I promise I'm not stupid. Well, I can't promise that actually, but okay, it's fine. When I said unhinged, I meant unhinged. Unhinged. Am I going to follow any of this? Absolutely not. I have ADHD. I've never followed a to-do list or a plan in my entire life. I mean, it bears asking, why am I doing this? But I'm just hoping that one day it will stick. Maybe for a week. Maybe for a month. Oh my god, can you imagine if the entirety of January I'm just like following a schedule and doing things? But this is the thing, right? It's not a schedule. This is why I'm trying this, is because I want to be able to plan, even if it's the night before, and, have an idea of how my day is shaping up. And then the other thing that I really struggle with is when I have free time, not knowing what to do with myself. It's like I have 500 things I could do. What do you mean? What do you mean? So now, hopefully with this tool, I can look at it and be like, oh, I have a spare 30 minutes. Like, what can I do in that time? The answer is a writing sprint. That is the answer. That's what I should be doing. But even when I don't feel like that, like what other activities can I do in that time? That's like the question that I want to ask myself and, use my time a bit more effectively. How is this video already like 40 minutes long? I mean, I'm going to be cutting a lot. I might actually cut here because you get the idea, right? And I'll show you the actual finished version of this and what I've decided to do with it. After it's done, now that I've kind of got into the rhythm of things. So I'll see you in probably a few hours when I've worked on this and we can see the result. Okay, guys, I did the stuff. I achieved the things. It is 6:30 a.m. now, but as you can see, I've made the timetable. I've put the date for like the start of next week because I think the end of this week, so beginning of the year, first few days of the year, I want to mess around with the format and like try it out and stuff. But basically, you have the days of the week, and then you have hour by hour broken down in 15-minute chunks. And I went for a very like school timetable vibe because that makes me feel comforted. But the part that I'm really excited about is the activity blocks. So these are representative time blocks, and the size, like the row amount, represents the amount of time. So one row is the 15-minute stuff, then you have 30-minute stuff, 2 rows, 1 hour, 4 rows, because it turned out that I didn't really want to time anything as 45 minutes for whatever reason. And then over 1 hour blocks, which are like custom sized blocks. So you have work and sleep 8 hour blocks, the 2 hour nap block, all that stuff. So they are ready to drag and drop, like copy paste over to represent each time. So say I'm like, ooh, I'm sleeping 8 hours, and then you just that works. I mean, it looks better than I thought it would, actually. That's great. Anyway, so that's how I'm going to be doing it. I've tried to think of as many things as possible. I added a bunch of like self-care stuff, like the different tiers of showers, like you have the everything shower, you have like a quick shower, you have like hair wash day, and then I changed the times for some stuff. So I changed the times for like TV shows and video games because if it's an hour, I can just double paste it. But obviously, some TV shows are like 20-minute, 30-minute episodes. I guess I should put YouTube as like watching YouTube specifically. Anyway, the point is, I'm excited to use this. This is what I've wanted. I'm sure someone's going to come in the comments and be like, this app already exists, right? And I'm going to be like, okay, but I probably have to pay for it. This I've like tailored to myself. Hopefully I'll actually use it. That's like the biggest hurdle, is always using these things. Like I make a lot of them, don't use them. But yeah, so that's the main thing I worked on, really. Everything else I just like fucked around with the format of this slightly. I haven't colored it in. I see this as more of like a medical health thing than anything. I probably will end up like making it look a bit nicer, but not right now. I'm tracked out, I think. Reading track is the same. I might fill in the first thing. Oh, I found out, by the way, I reading a chapter at 10 pages of the Night Circus to try and figure out how quickly I read. And apparently I read 10 pages in 7 minutes and I think it was 17 seconds. But yeah, so that's why I have here 15 minutes to read 20 pages. That should be about right. Obviously, that's judging, different books will have different formatting and stuff, so it will vary, and it's different for like modern book versus like a classic or something too. So we'll see if that holds up, but that's what I've gone with for now. And then that means hopefully it'll be easy for me to plan my reading for each week as well, depending on how long the book is that I'm reading. This wheel was really helpful, actually. I kept coming back to it, and we're still going to keep the old calendar in circulation too. But yeah, that is my final kind of planning all set up for the year. I guess I could set up the first week, but I'll probably do that in a vlog for the start of next week, for the Monday. Yeah, because it feels a bit cleaner to start on the Monday, even though I have started a bunch of other habit stuff already. I haven't started writing yet though, which I do need to do, and that I will do, and that I'm going to start vlogging probably from today because it's the first. I hope you enjoyed my unhinged early morning ranting video. I hope the audio isn't too crap or that you enjoyed the ASMR. Like, comment, subscribe, all the things. I hope you're also enjoying my how to write for beginners, a novel for beginners series. I need to make a new video of that too. Fuck. So maybe that will be the video for Monday. It has to be, because that's the next step. So the vlog will be on the Thursday. Anyway, hope you're having a lovely time of day, and Happy New Year's. I'll see you on Monday as always. Thank you for watching. Bye.